Welcome back guys to another video, and today we have a couple of conspiracy theories that will make you rethink your reality.
Federal judge has just ordered Pennsylvania school district to allow after-school Satan club. After-school Satan clubs are now gaining popularity all over the United States. Ohio, North Carolina, and now Pennsylvania. Temple of Satan is sponsoring all of this, and you can go on their website and check out their handbook that they're teaching little kids. And they're now looking to move into high schools. They're going to have student-led after-school Satan clubs. What do you guys think about all of this?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to now invite young Amat Berbahagia Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, the fourth Prime Minister of Malaysia and President of the Perdana Global Peace Foundation, to address us.
Because the intention also is to reduce the number of people in this world. At the time when the New World Order was enunciated, the population of this world was only 3 billion. The intention was to reduce it to 1 billion. Now the population of the world is 7 billion. There will be a need to kill many billions of people, or to starve them to death, or to prevent them from giving birth, in order to reduce the population of this world. This is what is in store for most. For those who will suffer and die, there will be the peace of the great.
How about this for an absolute shocker? The Telegraph report that the World Health Organization, who gave us disastrous COVID lockdowns, who sided with China over the lab leak theory, and hopped into bed with obese health guru Bill Gates to roll out vaccine tyranny, now think that 4-year-olds should learn about sex, masturbation, the pleasure their own body can give them, and reflect on what their gender identity might be. 4-year-olds. This is all part of the terrifying woke movement, which has infiltrated our politics, the media, corporations, and our public institutions. At the extreme end, and I'm not making this up, there are figures on the hard progressive left who think paedophiles should be renamed as minor attracted adults for their dignity and their understanding. You heard me right.
The teen was playing basketball when he went into cardiac arrest.
Basketball player collapses. Student athlete collapsed.
Collapsed.
Bronny James suffered cardiac arrest while at a practice.
Oscar Cabrera died this week after an apparent heart attack. Cabrera is believed to have suffered from myocarditis. Social media posts surfaced in which Cabrera suggested he developed the rare heart disease after he received 2 doses of a COVID vaccine.
Did you get the vax?
I got the vaccine.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even 4.
Really?
Yeah. Did my blood work again, because I check my blood work all the time, and then I show it to the doctor, and we kind of see these particles, and I'm like, what is this? And then they always
No way, dude.
So his doctor was like, you need to do it, man, if you want to like survive after you took these shots, bro.
No.
Oh yeah, this was like that actually.
Teenage hockey player who died on the ice.
Collapsed and died.
Died. Who knows? Young people are dying these days.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Justin Bieber's Where Are You Now music videos graphics are one of the most demonic and evil things I've ever seen. One of the frozen frames says kill the poor, love the devil back, and a bunch of other disturbing things. Also this disturbing frame that says Bush did 9/11, and this one as well. I think it speaks for itself. And those are only 3 frames out of thousands of others.
It's hard for me being that young and being in the industry.
feel violated right now. Thank you. How old are you? I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
You want to say it again? You have beautiful lips.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
You have good lips.
There's almost no way you haven't heard about the depravities that go on in the entertainment industry. And while that on its own is already pretty bad, Justin Bieber's story takes it up a notch. See, while we were all focused on the glamour that came with being a star at a young age, Justin had been dealing with some pretty dark things. But now, it seems the singer has come full circle and is out exposing everyone that might have inappropriately groomed him. And let's just say it's not looking too pretty for some of the big names in the industry. Believe me, this is one of those stories you don't want to miss.
Who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
There are only a handful of people that have tasted the success Justin Bieber had during the early days of his career. And although it is more than a little impressive, the singer also had to go through a lot of things. Bad things. For starters, besides the fact that his naivety made several people take advantage of him, it's also come up that Bieber might have also been sexually groomed by older people in the industry.
I would say that industry looks, glamorous, but it's not a place you'd want to be, trust me, from the things that we see.
Gotcha, bitch!
Are you paying attention?
This is the oath of secrecy of Freemasonry. I, of my own free will and accord, that I will hail, ever conceal, never reveal any of the secrets, arts, parts, point, or points of the Master Mason's degree. Now, would you trust someone to teach you if they were under this oath? All of the so-called astronomers who taught you on a globe were all Freemasons. Copernicus with the Masonic compass, Kepler with the Masonic compass, Galileo with the Masonic compass, Isaac Newton. All the people who implemented the globe and space model were all Freemasons, including the people who went to the moon. Why are we learning of people who are under the oath of secrecy? They've programmed us to believe we're on a ball, flying through space, and we all came from monkeys. I think it's about time you questioned reality, and really questioned, do you really believe this? Elon Musk changes the Twitter logo. Let's take a little deeper look at it. As above, so below. You put a mirror to it and it creates the Masonic compass. What a surprise. Apple Store, Android also have this symbol. We all remember lockdown when you had to stay at home. When does all of this stop becoming a coincidence? And when do you start to wake up? Elon Musk's mother showing you she's a Freemason. Here's Elon Musk with Novus Ordo Seclorum on the back of his shirt, just like the dollar bill. This is Latin and it translates to announcing the birth of the New World Order. I think it's about time you woke up and questioned reality.
I've convinced half of the world to not only accept sin, but to celebrate it. Do you know what has been my most enjoyable pride campaign to date?
No, what?
Well, my gay pride campaign, of course. Not only do I get the chance to promote your own self-destruction, I get to use God's logo, the rainbow, to do it. Love is love, right? My plan not only prevents you worthless humans from reproducing, it distorts the gender roles and allows me to bring all types of chaos and confusion upon your pathetic societies. This has been so successful, I've got men convinced they're women, and women convinced they're men, and some convinced they're no gender at all. And I've got 2 more Pride Initiative campaigns I'd like to introduce in the near future. And second is pedophilia pride. Now, society might not be ready for this one just yet, so we'll hold off.
Be prepared for what's coming. Klaus Schwab promises you a cyber attack, and I am telling you it's a cyber attack on banks. An attack that will take out the old system and finalize the plans of the 4th Industrial Revolution. The establishment of digital currencies, CBDC. A huge crash is part of the process and is needed to destroy the old system, to replace it with a new system. So what's the new system? WF, Klaus Schwab, warning of the next pandemic. A cyber attack so vast it disconnects the internet. All of this boosts his digital ID and CBDC agenda. The vaccine will be your CBDC, otherwise your bank account will be hacked. Consider saving it for later. They will set an example to make it happen. They might hack a world bank, or they will create threats that will become that serious, in order to establish new laws regarding banks and digital currencies. The reality is, the US economy is being eaten alive by inflation and its debt. There is no way they can survive it. They need to crash everything and send all to zero to sound innocent once it happens. Let me tell you the easiest way to do so. Worldwide cyber attacks, targeting banks, banks collapsing, people losing all, market crashes, and system restarts. Government will be happy and tell you that they have no fault for the collapse of the world economy. They will tell you that CBDCs are good for you, because they can't be hacked. They will suggest you use CBDC instead. Otherwise, you risk being hacked again.
Music made witchcraft beautiful. And that's the problem. Okay, God, if there's anything you want me to get rid of that has evil origins, let me know. I'm thinking the Lord finna say, all them shoes, or that shirt, or that book in the back of your closet that you didn't realize you had. Literally, what entered my mind was Beyonce. I said, wait. I'm like, that's just my subconscious. Like, that's not the Lord. So when that happened, one of the lyrics, Black Parade, kept entering my mind. And it was the lyric where she says, some ocean energy. And I felt like the Lord was like, just study, research, just read. Like, you ain't even gotta be all that deep. And so I was like, okay, who is Oshun? I went down the biggest deep dive for some days on Yoruba spirituality, on Oshun or Orishas, on all the things. And I realized after doing some research, she has centered false deities, centered and embodied them. I like the music. But I also felt some type of way because I didn't realize how blind I was. Because I liked the music so much that I didn't have discernment. The music made witchcraft beautiful. And that's the problem.
Be aware of what you guys are listening to. Just listen to the lyrics and what these guys are saying.
Again, not really understood by the public, okay? Yes, there are Federation facilities out in the galaxy where other extraterrestrials get together, and there's many different missions for many different types of programs. But we'll talk about one of them, which cruises the galaxy, and it has as many as 30 different extraterrestrial civilization people on board. It looks like the moon. Okay? But it's a planet. I mean, it's not a planet, it's a vehicle.
Guys, video evidence of the Mandela effect. But what is the Mandela effect? It's a very strange phenomenon where a large group of people remember a past event very differently from what is believed to be today. For instance, Nelson Mandela, he died in 2013, but a lot of people remember him dying in the 1980s. The same thing with Looney Tunes, and the same thing with the Monopoly guy, and the list goes on. But how do we explain such a thing? A lot of people believe that we're not living in the same alternate reality that we were in 10, 20, 30 years ago. But what happened? Why? And when? And why? Is there any video evidence of such a thing? An internet account by the name of the Thought Police has been recording strange videos of this very old phone. And a lot of people believe that this old phone is actually capable of recording glimpses of this alternate reality that we do not live in anymore. Here's one, for instance. I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos, starting with this one from Britney Spears. A lot of people remember her using a plaid skirt in this video clip, but she's not using a plaid skirt anymore. Here he goes with the phone camera, a plaid skirt. She never used the plaid skirt. In this video clip, for instance, a lot of people remember Britney Spears using a microphone. Here he goes with the camera, the microphone. But she never did use a microphone. What is going on? The same thing with the laughing cow cheese. See how he passes his finger in front of the camera to prove this is not CGI. This is not a camera trickery. You see? Check that out. What is going on here?
So I was at an unveiling of for transhumanism for the military in 2018. So they moved up the timeline first from 2030 to 2025. And what they wanted is any natural born humans created in the divine image of God, natural, would have to be depopulated by 2025. And they are pretty on target. And they are bringing on the new humans. The new humans began coming forth from the parents. And soon they won't even use a human to gestate. Everything, according to the United Nations mandate, there can be nothing from nature, not even reproduction. So that will have to be done in a laboratory. That's why we're seeing things like artificial wombs and that type of thing. I followed the geoengineering for a long time. There's all sorts of things in it, including the smart dust and nanoparticles. And there's blood and pathogens. There's all sorts of things in there. Boeing came out with an autonomous jet that actually came over to your neck of the woods when you were having the wildfires. And it's fully autonomous. It's made of graphene. It was invisible. It could do magic things. It had a payload. But what it had were two pieces of technology that nobody...
Why is it that occultists and magicians are so closely linked to world leaders in some of the most important events in world history? If you study the biography of world leaders, you will see that many of them had occultists in their close circle. This even includes modern presidents like Ronald Reagan. During World War II, the psychic and mystic Nicholas Roerich was keeping close counsel with FDR. We all know at the same time the Germans were highly influenced by the occult. In fact, the whole concept of a master race came out of a combination of Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical Society and the occult Thule Society. So there was occultists on both sides of World War II. Before the Russian Revolution, an unbathed, wandering mystic named Grigory Rasputin was able to work his way into the highest echelons of the Romanov family. Why do these people surround themselves with occultists? What is going on?
That's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's meet on the next video.